Hi, my name is Chrenenko. I'm a senior here at Western Michigan University. I'm a pre-business law major. I'm getting ready to graduate here in the summer one semester, if everything goes well. Throughout my time here at Western, I've done several of the required SPURS events, including salary negotiation strategies, where I learned how to budget, overall loans and how to have financial readiness and prepare myself for life for moving forward past graduation. Fight or flight, understand confrontation styles, which was actually a really valuable one for me because it prepared me to encounter all the types of people that I'm going to run into in future business negotiations, or just daily life situations that I'll need to learn how to empathize with people and communicate them and still make everything work moving forward. My military experience thankfully paid off as well because it took a decent chunk of my SPURS program requirements out as well. WMU Business Career Day, which I got to connect with a bunch of local and regional businesses and exchange information, see what they're about, what they value, and tell them a little bit about myself and start my networking tree as well. So I really enjoyed that. It was valuable. Diversity in the workplace was probably my favorite one because the speakers were passionate and they really cared about what they were conveying as a message overall, and they wanted you to know that not everybody is approaching life from the same place that you are, and that you should care about that, and it does affect things in the workplace, and you should always take things into perspective. The last course that I had to do was the final course, a business etiquette dinner, and I learned how to appropriately handle myself in a professional business setting at a dinner, which was actually extremely valuable for me because I had no clue on how to do any of that at all. The difference between different forks and different cutting techniques and whatnot. So that was a very valuable experience for me, fortunately. At WMU overall, my experiences have been nothing but positive. The faculty, the students, everybody it seems like I interact with has been nothing but supportive on getting me to where I need to be educationally and professionally and even interpersonally. It feels like every time I connect with even a fellow veteran, I just gain nothing but knowledge that will help me drive further in my career, and I really am grateful for it. In my off time, I am a server at Aurora Lounge, which is at Firekeepers Casino, and it's the people that spend a lot of money to be there and get their meal and whatnot. But I think that being a server will definitely pay its dividends off in my future career because it really helps me ascertain what a person needs and what a person wants in any given situation. I can roll up to a table and, just connect with somebody and basically ascertain the situation how it needs to be ascertained, and I can be like, okay, this is exactly what you need, this is how I can give you a good experience, and this is how we can both leave this situation very malleable and feeling good, and I feel like that will really pay its dividends for me in the future. If I can offer a key tip to a new business, either whether it be pre-business law or just a business student as a whole, coming here to WMU, it's just be a sponge. If there was one thing I was kind of nervous to do when I first started going around to, Hayworth Community College, I didn't want to really talk to anybody, network, or, change who I was, and that's not really the approach I would recommend. Or if I could travel back in time, I would definitely take another approach. I want to listen to people. I want to hear people's point of views, people's perspectives. All of this stuff is valuable, and it could really gain you some insight into where you need to be in the future. Well, that's all for my presentation. Thank you very much for listening. Again, I'm Chrenenko, and thank you.